Let's go live. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Odogami interview series where we help you step up your game and go big in your business. I am your host, Genevieve Mwana, and I'm so excited about my guest today. Our guest today is Ronne Brown, all the way from Washington, yes?
Yes, Washington, D.C.
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ronne, and then I'll let her talk a bit more about herself and her journey. So Ronne is a wife, mother, coach, author, speaker, entrepreneur, and overcomer. She has influenced thousands of entrepreneurs by teaching them to achieve success on their terms. Hailing from Washington, D.C., she inspires others to live and dream big, which this show is all about. And Ronne worked hard to change the trajectory of her life. She went from being a statistic to a success story. And she is also the founder of High Heels, High Goals, and which is a nonprofit organization changing lives of women globally. Ronne, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be on.
Awesome. So Ronne, I wanted to touch on a few points from your introduction, and I really want you to tell us more about how you went from being a statistic to creating your success story.
Well, it definitely happened from me being put in a wall. So, what happened was I got fired from my job several times because I was a mother of, 4. And when you're a mom, it's very difficult to find employers that understand your situation. Yes. Meaning find employers that know that when one kid gets sick, it's possible that your entire house is going to get sick.
Exactly.
So I got tired of, being written up and getting warnings at my job. And I decided that I wanted to take control of my life and my future. I really got tired of going home and not really knowing where my next paycheck was coming from. And I wanted to be able to have the freedom that I have now to do interviews while I'm standing in front of American Girl with my daughter and on spring break, and just be able to be a mother. I felt like then I would get up every day, I was going to work, and I didn't have that freedom and that time to truly invest in the livelihood of my children. And so many people are stripped of that every single day. And so many mothers are getting up every day, going to work. And then by the time they get off, they're absolutely exhausted and they don't have the time to pour into their children. They don't have the time to be wives. They don't have time to cook. They barely have time to clean their homes. And I didn't want to do that anymore. And I decided that I was never again going to allow someone to fire me from my job and not know where my next paycheck was going to come from. And that was because I felt like for me to be a mother, a strong mother, I had to do my kids just a little better than that. I had to make sure that I started to build a legacy for them. Yes. So they wouldn't ever be in a position where they had to beg someone to employ them, So that was my wake-up call, and I believe that sometimes we get fired, we lose jobs, we do things of that nature, and we feel like we're losing in life. We feel like we are not where we're supposed to be, but sometimes our backs are being pushed up against the wall for a reason. And that very reason is to ignite that fire within you to take control of your life and take control of your future. And never allow someone else to be able to say, hey, you're not going to know how you're going to pay your mortgage next month. So I was put up against the wall, put in the corner, and I came out boxing. And that's pretty much what got me here.
And you won. That's fantastic. You answered my next question. So then how did you get introduced to the opportunity? How did you start your journey in direct sales?
Well, what happened with me was when I started my business initially, I began to look in my counter. I went home one day and I looked in the mirror and I was already crying. And when you're a mom and you're going through something, you don't want your kids to know that you're absolutely stressed out and you don't even know how you're going to go buy groceries next month and you have to fake, the smile and fake like everything is okay.
Oh, yeah.
So you master putting on that strong face for your children, right? And that's what I did. And I went in the bathroom and I started to look around my bathroom. And when I started to look around my bathroom, something that I noticed is that my bathroom was full of cosmetics. It was full of my favorite beauty products, the things that I love. And I said, how about, I start my own cosmetic line? And I did that. And I launched my own cosmetic line. Right. And it was called Amore Monet. It was named after my oldest daughter, who is 14 years old. Okay. And I went out there and I beat the pavement, meaning I set up tables. I went to events. I begged people to buy my product. I traveled everywhere attempting to get a customer base. I learned how to do shipment and fulfillments. It was definitely a learning process. Wow. But through that journey, I also learned that I needed to have much more income coming in before I could truly grasp this concept. And I needed to find something where I can leverage someone else's system, services, and products versus doing everything myself. And many of us, we think that our names have to be on everything in order for us to be successful, right? And through my journey of having my own cosmetic line, I learned that you sometimes have to utilize a hole that has already been dug versus attempting to do everything yourself from scratch, because it sounds easy to say, this is my company, my name is on it. But the journey, you may need to get a little more experience before stepping out there. And that's what happened to me. So I realized that shipping, fulfillment, customer service, web design, marketing, advertisement, none of those things were a one-woman show. And I did have a team. I couldn't afford, to pay an assistant. So I started to do my research, and I came across the direct sales industry, and I fell in love with it because it was a ready-made system. And I could literally just be an online marketer and still use the product, still share it, still go out and do the very same things that I was doing. But I did not have to be in the operational side of it with the shipping, the customer service, the housing products. I didn't want to do any of that stuff because I've done that before. I remember taking my last $1,000 and ordering all these products. They had my name on it. It's my line. And I felt so confident and so good, right? And I literally cried one night because I had only sold $200 worth of stuff. Right. And I had all these people that promised me that they would buy from me on Friday, and Friday came and none of them purchased. And I was like in a hole, and I literally had to sell lip gloss just to feed my kids that week.
But through that, I hear determination, and that's one thing I commend you for, and that is crucial to make it. Well, in any kind of business, if you're not determined and have decided that you were going to make it, well, it's not going to work. Right? Okay, my internet is a bit shaky. Fantastic. Thank you so much. What is the importance of having a vision and believing in yourself and not caring what other people say? Because I watched you yesterday on your live stream, and you said and you said when you decided to start, everybody thought you were crazy, but then when they saw that you were making it, that you were successful, all of a sudden the noise died down.
Yeah, that's what happens. And what I will tell you all that are watching this is that people will respect you, and they will take you seriously according to the level of your confidence. If you're not confident, then they are not going to believe in you. They're not going to take you serious, and they're not going to buy your product. So the way that you're going to attract people to you, your business, your product, your service, is you have to believe in it even when no one else believes in it, okay? Because you're going to deal with that. We expect our family members to be our biggest supporters. That doesn't happen sometimes. We expect our friends to be our biggest supporters. You know, that doesn't happen either sometimes. So you really just have to overcome all that. And the biggest distraction that's going to come your way is people who are going to come around you. They're going to doubt you. They're going to question your potential. And if you want to be successful, you're going to have to learn how to overcome the doubt, the critics, the people who are going to laugh. Man, you're going to have people laughing at you. Just get prepared.
Yes.
And you're going to have to really get prepared to take a few losses, because on Instagram and social media these days, everyone makes entrepreneurship look so amazing. Entrepreneurship is not always this super amazing thing, okay? Entrepreneurship is tough. And I don't feel like enough people are talking about the setbacks. I don't feel like enough people are talking about the money that you lose sometimes. I don't think enough people are talking about the struggles. Having to choose between running your business or paying your electricity bill. These are the things that you truly deal with in entrepreneurship. It's a struggle. And a lot of people feel like they're losing because we look online and we see everyone living this fabulous life and they're vacationing and they're living lavish, you know, and it's because no one highlights the struggle anymore. And we got to get back to reminding people that you are not alone and you're not failing. You're going through the process that's required to be successful.
And it's going to feel more time than that. Most of the time you're going to feel like giving up, and it's just at that moment just when you feel like giving up and throwing the towel that your breakthrough is going to happen. So it's a great test. It's going to test how much you want it. I can't tell you how much trouble I've had doing these interviews. It's been on my mind for the past 2 months, but I didn't go ahead with it. I didn't execute. But when I started to execute, nothing was working. Technology was letting me down big time, but I still find a way to make it work. And I still reach out to people and they say yes. And that's why I'm here. And I'm going to keep going. So it's an amazing journey. But as much as you want it, you hold on to your vision, you're going to make it happen. Okay, so moving on to our next question. What is living life on your terms, according to you?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
What living life on your term? What does it mean to you, or according to you?
Well, it means what my life looks like today. You know, to be honest with you, today is Freedom Friday in my house. That's what we call it. And I'm having a girls' day out with my 5-year-old. And we are literally at American Girls with a friend of mine and her daughter. And we are having lunch with them and their doll babies. And we are picking out doll clothes in the middle of the afternoon. And I don't have to run to an office to do an interview. I just walk outside and I'm sitting on a bench. And I can still run my business. And it's not unprofessional. It is truly my definition of living life on my own terms, because my business is ran via my cell phone. And I don't have to worry because my business is a residual business. So I am still getting paid right now while I'm taking this interview. And that's truly living life on my terms. I don't have to ask anyone if I can take off today. I don't have to be anywhere on anyone's time except for mine. And I'm impacting lives and giving back and empowering other people who are going to watch this to have the courage to do the same thing, and know that my story and my journey, it may be different, but the outcome can still be the same for them.
Exactly. Exactly. Can I just say, your daughter, she's the cutest. She's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
So cute. I saw the video where she was doing your hair and her own interview.
That's my little princess.
Okay. My next question has to do with growth, because I think the higher you go, the more you grow. So, what is it like to hit 7 figures? And how do you think now in terms of growth? Having achieved that level, how do you think in terms of growth now?
So, are you asking me what do I think like growth kind of involves?
Yes, when you've reached, when you've reached that level, when you've reached 7 figures, how do you think in terms of growth? I mean, when you ask yourself, okay, what's next now? How am I going to grow and develop my business?
Well, I think that it's a lot that comes with it. I think you never stop growing. You're always growing.
Mm-hmm.
I think that you go through your 6-figure stage,
Yeah.
and that is where you're in the stage of feeling like you have to connect with everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's normally the 5 and 6 figure stage where you're building your platform, you're running, you're hustling, you're not getting paid for your services,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to do that.
Yeah.
Because I think right now the people and the young people, they think that they're going to become a millionaire overnight. The millennials, and I'm in my 30s, I'm in my early 30s, but I worked my tail off. I started my business, I think I was about 23 years old, 24 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And I was a 7-figure earner before I was 30 years old.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So here's the thing. The growth is going to happen many ways. The first thing is you're going to have to get out there. You're going to have to network. You're not going to get paid for all your services.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's not going to pay you for your product. You're going to have to give some stuff away because no one knows you. Okay. Your name is not out there yet. So you're going to have to take a few losses, and you can't go out there like you're Louis Vuitton.
Mm-hmm.
All right. This is a different ball game this day and age. You're going to have to give some stuff away. You're going to have to volunteer. You're going to have to serve. Nowadays, no one wants to serve anymore. Everybody wants to be a boss. Everyone wants to be a CEO. No one wants to be a servant. And I served my way to success. That's how I got to where I am, because I helped a lot of people.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. So we have to get back to serving and less expecting.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we expect everyone to do everything. We expect promotions. We expect raises. We expect for our businesses to blow up. And we can't. We have to humbly serve our way to success.
Mm-hmm.
The growth is going to happen. You're going to have to go through the phase where no one's buying from you. Then you're going to have to go through the phase where everyone's buying from you, and then you have to focus on customer service. You're going to go through the phase where you feel like you have a lot of people around you. And then as you grow, you're going to realize that you need less people around you. and then you're going to go through the phase where you're looking for mentors.
Mm-hmm.
And when I think of a mentor, I think of age. I think of wisdom. I think of experience. So you grow from looking to connect with people who are your age and, doing the things that you're doing, to looking for serious wisdom, spiritual guidance, looking for that motherly guidance from older women who can teach you and who can groom you, and looking for those significant things that that you can't get from people your age and on your level, and that you have to find in seasoned women and mentors. So that's when the growth really starts coming in.
Amazing.
Because you are very particular about who you connect with and who you receive from.
Exactly. Perfect. That's amazing. What makes a great leader?
Servantship.
Yeah.
Servantship. Leadership isn't about anybody. It's not even about you. Like, it's truly about the lives you impact. Humble servantship.
Yes. Amen. Amen to that. I have to quote something next from your blog, one of your blogs that you wrote, I think December 2016. So I'm just going
Okay.
to out. You say, I began to learn that in those messy moments, I felt like my real self. I wasn't hustling to make something happen. Instead, I was just being still and drinking in the moments, choosing the good life. This was when I realized that the less I do, the more I give God everything, is when everything around me starts to flourish. And I really loved, connected, and appreciated that. And I just wanted you to know what inspired you to write that blog.
Just because I feel like we have disconnected, we disconnect sometimes spiritually.
Yes.
And I believe that we all have those moments where we disconnect spiritually.
Mm-hmm.
And we assume that our work ethic
Mm-hmm.
is 100% responsible for the outcome of our success and the outcome of our business.
Yeah.
So we feel like if we just work a little more, a little harder, we get a little busier, then things are going to happen faster. And what I started to realize is I'm not worried. I'm not worried because if I truly trust God, then I know that He is my ultimate provider. And I know that I and my work ethic, it isn't the thing that is solely responsible for what's going on and what's happening in my life. It's my relationship with Him. And I have to be able to have the peace of God to spend that time with my daughter, to tell people I can't answer my phone because I'm having date night with my husband, not feel like I have to go to bed at 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning while everyone on Instagram is saying entrepreneurs don't sleep. They actually do.
Yes, we do.
Because if you don't, your body will put itself to sleep. And if you're not careful, you may not wake up from that sleep. Okay. And just really knowing that God is in total control. Total control, and trust the Holy Spirit. Like, I'm exactly where He wants me to be. And I want each and every one of you all to know in this season, we all have our season, you know, that you are exactly where God wants you to be, and to truly stop thinking that you can rush it. Success doesn't happen in a microwave.
Oh, I love that. That's a tweetable. Success doesn't happen in a microwave. All right, last question, because I'm really appreciative of your time. What are your 3 biggest success advice you would give to anyone out there who is just shying away, I say, from their success and is not daring to step out and fully be visible and go out there and make things happen?
Well, the first thing I will say is to make sure that you are called to be an entrepreneur. We are in a time and a season where entrepreneurship is becoming a trend versus a call and versus a passion.
That's true.
Many people want the lifestyle, but they cannot deliver the service. Okay? So the first thing I say is get quiet, get with Holy Spirit. Make sure that you are truly called to be a business owner, because it's more than looking cool. It's more than saying, I own my time. Entrepreneurship is so much more than that. Okay. I've been an entrepreneur for 9 years now. Okay. And we got to make sure that we are called to do what we're doing. It's like the pastor says, everybody isn't called to sing in the choir. You know, so because everybody can't sing. Because everybody can't sing, right? So the first thing is make sure you're called to do what you're doing. The second thing is know that you can't do it alone. You may go fast alone, but you won't go far. So you have to have help. You have to have a team. You're gonna need a support team to do what you're doing. Okay. And the third thing is always remain coachable, because sometimes we get to a peak in our careers and no one can tell us anything. And it is that moment. The moment you stop learning is the moment you stop growing. So when people are giving you constructive criticism, when people are just giving you feedback, make sure that you don't think that everyone is hating on you, everyone is against you, everyone is attacking you. Accept some of the things that people are telling you and make adjustments accordingly, because it can help you change your life. Seriously help you change your life. And then last but not least, stay humble. Money has the tendency to bring out the worst in people. And what I want to say is that you have to truly understand that money is a tool that you use to experience the wealth that you already have.
Yes.
The wealth that you already have is actually your family. The wealth that you already have is your husband, your loved ones, your genuine quality friends. Money is just a tool that gives you more time to experience those memories with them. So don't allow the money to make you into a monster, because if you don't stay humble, then God will humble you and you won't have it for long.
The hard way. Totally. Well, thank you so much. How can we connect with you, Ronne?
So if anyone wants to connect with me, you can do so via Instagram. My Instagram is Ronne Brown. I don't have an I in my name, so it's Ronne Brown. And then you can also do the same website, that's my Instagram name. If you want to go to my website, it's ronneb.com, RONNE and the letter B.com. Come on over if you watch this interview. If it impacted you, give me some feedback. Say, hey, Ronne, I watched your interview. Let me know what you got from this, because that's important, because we got to plant the seeds for the up and coming entrepreneurs, the millennials, right? The generation X's. So let me know how this interview inspired you, ignited your fire. And just my biggest thing is I don't want to inspire and ignite. I truly just want to inspire you to take action. So let me know what action you took after this interview.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you, Ronne. I am going to let you go back to your little girl and your friends. Once again, thank you so much, and God bless you, Ronne.
Thank you for having me. I'm truly humbled and honored, and I look forward to doing more things with you in the future, okay?
My pleasure. Definitely. My pleasure. Bye for now.
All right, bye.
Okay. Hey, guys. This was one of amazing interview. She absolutely nailed it, killed it, whatever you want to say. She was absolutely amazing. Listen, these interviews are really for you. Like she said, not just to inspire you, but to inspire you into action. So at the back of this interview, I'm running a free challenge, the Shameless Visibility Challenge. If you really, really, really ready to step up your game, come out of the darkness, and show the world who you are, your message, and how you can serve, right? We're kicking it off 1st of May. I'm going to put the link somewhere, or go to my website, www.genevievemoana.com, and just sign up for the challenge, all right? Thank you very much for watching. Leave us your question. Connect with Ronne. She's amazing, right? She's absolutely amazing. So you want to be around those kind of people, okay? All right. Thank you, guys. God bless you. Until next time. Bye.